this is Jackie with Love to Scrap. I wanted to share another album with you that I made. This one I actually made for myself. I don't often make albums for myself. It's usually for other people or for my store. So this one is all mine, and this is what I made for my 3 boys. And I absolutely fell in love with this scrapbook line when I saw it. I love the colors. It is the perfect boy line. And they have not come out with a really good boy line, so when I had to have this. So the line is called On the Go. It's by BoBunny. All of the papers I used in here are from BoBunny, including the cardstock. It's the double dotted BoBunny cardstock. Everything was from that line. So I used Laura Dennison's Stack the Deck binding system, so you can find her tutorial also on YouTube, or I believe you can find a link down below. And there's a whole bunch of ribbons that I use. I can't tell you all of them. I did use a lot of seam binding, and so I did dye those with some of the colors that I had. And my aunt had. We went on a scrapbooking thing together over for the paper chase, and so I got to dye a whole bunch of seam binding over there with all of her mists, and it was so much fun. So I'm sorry I can't remember all of the ribbons, but I want to say a lot of them are May Arts or, again, BoBunny. So all of the charms, there's a little bus right there, and then a little charm right there. Those are also from the collection. All of these buttons are also from the collection. Like I said, this collection is absolutely amazing. So I have some canvas ribbon right here, and then just some pom-pom fringe right here. And this album was so thick, I had to use a Tim Holtz swivel clasp and one of his binder clips to keep it closed. So when you open it up, here's the album. My first page, I ended up making an actual insert. When you open it up, I used the Tim Holtz On the Edge die, the gear die. I love that die. I'm so happy I got it. And there is a lot going on, so hopefully I can remember all this. But this sticker is from the BoBunny collection also. I used these, I want to say they're thickers, but they're the corrugated the cardboard, and it was those. I loved those. They just screamed boy to me. And then the ruler canvas ribbon. And so when you open it up, here's another sticker from the collection. And then if you open that up, there's room for photo mats. I ended up using the basic gray magnets for that to keep that closed, and that just goes right there. Room for a photo mat there, and then some journaling on the back. So it goes in there. And then there's room for a photo. And then this page, this is for my son, Trooper. And I basically constructed all of their pages the same. They all have the zipper ribbon on them, and they all have their name in the blue thickers. And so then I just made a pocket on the side. This one I used a Fiskars punch. I believe it is the scalloped punch, half circle punch. And so for his page, he's got a photo mat with fold out, and then he's got a tag. So he's got the word charming and strong. Those ones that I picked out for him. There's room for some photos in there, right there. And then I can do photo or journaling on the back. Oops. And then on this side, I just used a sticker from the sticker sheet that says Cruisin'. And then here are all of these tags I created myself. They're just using the Recollections craft cardstock, and I used my distress inks on them, and they were really, really easy to make. And then I just used the We Are Memory Keepers large eyelets, and then they all have seam binding or some type of ribbon on them. And then here's a photo mat. I used the Stampin' Up! Corner, or tab punch for that. That's a really fun punch. I need to get that one for myself. So those go in the pocket. Again, on the bottom, I ended up using that Fiskars scalloped circle punch along there. And then in here, I just have a regular blue. I ran out of paper, and I bought, I want to say I bought 2 sheets of each design, 12 by 12 sheets of this paper, and I still ran out. So these are just plain, but I figured that would be okay since they're gonna have photos on them anyways. That goes right there. And then this page, I thought this is a really fun interactive page. I used this, I cut this out from the 12 by 12 sheet, and underneath it I used a brad so it swivels, where I have a little journaling spot. This was one of the, excuse me, one of the 3-dimensional stickers, and then room for a circle photo. And then here is another one of those fold-out tags. And in this truck, I've got a little ticket, a little So Fun. This was just a sheet. I don't remember what collection this one came from. I want to say this was from This and That, but I'm not positive. And then I've just got 2 little tags, and one has a little truck charm hanging from it. BoBunny ribbon. I've got the little canvas ribbon under there, and then some really big yellow pom-pom fridge. And so then there's that. It says Geared Up for Fun. And then there's that. And then I used the Tim Holtz on a gear embossing folder, and then I just sanded the edges for this photo mat. So on this page is for my son Aiden. And again, like I said, they are all the same over here. So we'll start on this side. This side I used the On the Edge gear die. And this flips up to be, you can see that, whole bunch of photo mats right there. And I picked out Awesome and Crazy. He is my wild, crazy boy. So those are the ones I picked out for him. It's another tag. And I used a magnet for this to keep it closed. On this side, more tags. I don't remember which paper line this came from, but I ended up cutting it from the sheet. And just another photo mat. On this side, this is one of, I actually really liked how this page turned out. Got some more tags right here. This just says boys. This was from the 12 by 12 sheet of like tags that I ended up fussy cutting out. And it opens up like that. So you've got room for a photo mat. And then again on this side, and I used a, again, I used the basic gray magnets to keep that closed. And then on this page, again, I made another tag fold out. So I can put a photo right here or some journaling. Again, some pom-pom fringe, smaller one. The ruler ribbon and the canvas. I used basically the same construction on all these also. Inside I have the little Life is a Highway. This came from the tag, the 12 by 12 tag sheet. A room for a photo or journaling, and then a photo mat on the side. Here's one of the metal embellishments that came with the collection. Photo mat. And then this page is for my newest son, Brettley. I picked out, I picked out Buddy and Prince for him. So I got just a regular ticket. There's his tags. This one I have a little airplane on. And then I loved this, came from the sticker collection. It says, trucks and dirt and shades of blue, little boys are angels too. I thought that was so cute. So I put that on his photo mat. Those will go right there. And then this also came from the 3-dimensional stickers. And the same with the metal airplane and the button. And then to create my pocket, I just glued down right here so I can stick my stuff in there. There's that tag, the big orange button. I love that. And then there's his photo mat. And I forgot to show you on the other one. I think it was that one also. It's just regular fold outs. And then the last page, I cut out the sticker, the stop, and then created my photo mat and a tag. And so there is my album that I made for my boys. I cannot wait to fill it up, so hopefully I can get that done soon. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know, and thanks for watching. Bye.